Now I'll show you a couple of other functionalities that are quite cool to do with Pandas. So you can, for example, handle missing data. As we saw here, we have a none value. That means that it's missing, right? So I can fill this in quite easily. So a data frame that's fully filled, it doesn't have none. And what you can write is df, so that data frame that we had before, fill NA, which means fill any missing values. And I want to fill any missing values for the score, which is this one, instead with something like the average of all the other values. But I can easily put this as whatever I want. I can do 0. So if I do 0, for example, here, and I run this, I can then print df.filled. And you'll see that Elon is given 0 here. But if I instead do df.score.mean, I get 89, which is the average between 86 and 92. Next, what we'll do is I'll show you how to select and filter. Let's say that we want to only get the highest achieving scores. What you can do is do df filled, and you can say something like, hey, I want to filter this. I'll just print this out. I want to do df filled, and I do square brackets and df_filled for any score that's above 90. So what this does is it'll go through this table that we have up here, and it'll say, give me back only the values where the dot score is greater than 90. So if we print this out, we'll get Jeff's value, which is 92. So this is how we filter according to a specific thing, but you can easily change this to instead be that the name is Zuck or that the team is red. So this is how you can quite easily filter within Pandas. Next, what we'll cover is sorting. So if I do sorting, what I can do is I can write print df filled the same way that we did before. And I can do .sort underscore values. And you can say by score. And you say ascending is false. And this is how you control the order. So if I run this, it'll give me the same thing, but in from highest to lowest. So Jeff, Elon, and Zuck. Lastly, I'll also show you aggregation. So group by and aggregation. And so what I can write is, for example, team average is equal to df filled dot group by, and I can group by the team. So if you remember, I had red team and blue team here. Jeff is the only one in the blue team. And I can say dot group by team, and I can also do, I'll write as index equals false. And then you can write something like score dot mean. So if I now print this out, it'll group by the teams first. So it'll group these teams together. It'll grab the score, and then it'll take the mean. So if I run this, it'll give 92 and then 87.5 for the red team, which is the average between the other two. So that is how you can get aggregate by group. And the last thing here is that Pandas actually makes it really easy to run specific functions. So as 7 here, I'll write functions. As 7 here, I'll write apply a function. And so let's say that I do df filled, and I want to apply a specific function to everything, such as lowercasing. So I can write df filled, I can write name underscore lower. So I want the name to be in lowercase, and I write df underscore filled dot name dot apply, and I can write lambda x, and then I can apply a specific function. So here I'll say x dot lower. So that's one way you can do it. You can apply any function you want here, but now if I print df filled, I should get a new column, but with the name in lowercase. So here it's in uppercase, here it's in lowercase, name lower. And so what we've done is we created this new column and said, I want this to equal the existing column, but with this function applied. And you can make this much more complex. Hopefully you found this interesting. Hopefully you found this video interesting. Pandas is one of the most useful packages within Python. And if you found this useful, please subscribe and drop a comment as to what you'd like to see next. Thanks a lot and have a good day.